In a quiet, secluded house lived 3 women. Among them was Nora, a woman in her 40s, who worked tirelessly to support herself and her 2 children. Her life had been a journey of challenges and unexpected turns. Married at the tender age of 20, her world shattered when her husband met a tragic end, falling from the second-floor roof. His dying words lingered in the air: someone had pushed him from behind. Strangely, no culprit was found on the rooftop. With her husband gone, Nora was left to raise her 2 children on her own. They attended boarding school, leaving Nora to return home each day to a silent, empty house. The exhaustion of her work weighed on her, and as night descended, she sought solace in her routine. After eating and drinking, she would retire to her bed and sink into a deep sleep. However, a strange and unsettling occurrence began to haunt her nights. She woke up to discover her genitals wet, a sensation unfamiliar and disconcerting. It was as though someone had been intimate with her in her sleep. This puzzling phenomenon persisted for months, leaving Nora bewildered and concerned. To add to her distress, a red and black mark had developed under her throat, an inexplicable and ominous sign. Despite the lack of any man in the house, Nora couldn't fathom how this mysterious situation was unfolding. She lived with 2 other women, both above the age of 50, and herself. The isolation of her predicament gnawed at her, leaving her feeling vulnerable and exposed. One day, the unexplained ailment escalated, and Nora found herself plagued by nausea. Worried, she turned to her trusted friend, a doctor, for guidance. In the confines of the doctor's office, Nora shared her ordeal, the peculiar wetness and the disconcerting mark. The doctor's eyes held concern as she gently asked Nora's companions to leave the room. Alone, the doctor confronted Nora with a startling revelation. "You're going to be a mother," she said, her voice a mixture of caution and confusion. Nora's world spun as she tried to comprehend the impossible. How could this be? There had been no one in her life since her husband's untimely demise. As the doctor explained the circumstances, it became evident that Nora's inexplicable encounters were a result of something deeply miraculous. A life had been formed within her without her awareness, bypassing the boundaries of conventional understanding. The mark on her throat was a symbol of the unexplainable, the inexplicable occurrence that had changed the course of her life. Nora's emotions swirled between disbelief, astonishment, and a growing sense of awe. She had been living within a story that transcended the ordinary, one that defied logic and explanation. With the doctor's guidance and support, Nora embarked on a new chapter of her life, one that would require her to summon strength and resilience she never knew she possessed. In the heart of a house where only 3 women resided, a tale of the extraordinary unfolded. Nora's life, once filled with routine and solitude, had been touched by the inexplicable, leading her on a journey that would challenge her perceptions, test her limits, and redefine the very fabric of her reality.